kind of woke up, and just after waking up, the next couple of minutes, man, I just been in meditation with God, and God was showing me a word, right? Sharing with me a word, but showing me a word, what that looked like. God know I'm visual. God know I'm a cinematographer. I'm a filmmaker. For me, I hear, but I also see. So God was showing me a word and what that looked like, and sometimes it's like, man, God, is this something that you want me to film so that the rest of the world can see what this really looked like? I'm gonna write it down because maybe He does, but I'll share with you the best I can of what how that looks like. So for all of for all of you that's living your best life now, and y'all not, you don't go to church, you're not sure where you stand, or if you have a relationship with God, if and you don't know Jesus, you might have been church hurt, whatever your reason is, and you're not what I'm saying, tight with God, and it's been a long time, and so long that you forgot about Him, and you kind of, if you was to be honest with yourself, if you just be honest with God, you feel like, I don't need God, like I have everything, and X, Y, and Z, right? This is what God was showing me visually, and it's actually backed up in the Word of God. There is the light. Jesus is the light. He's the truth, the way, and the life, and He is the light of men. It. God says that anyone that doesn't have Jesus is walking in darkness. Um, in the Word, which is true, God says that the blind is leading the blind. Anybody that doesn't have the light, they're blind, and they're stumbling and they're tripping over things because they can't see. Even though you're living your best life now, even though you have everything that you think you might have, even though you think you might be going in the right direction, you're actually stumbling, you're falling, you're tripping over things, you're going the wrong way, you're going this way. Think of yourself almost, if we was to talk movies, I like movies, I hope y'all like movies. If we was to talk movies, think of yourself as like a zombie, right? Like you're alive, but you're not alive. Uh um you don't have like a spirit. You don't have like like you're dead inside, but you're alive and you're walking around and you're just going anyway, right? Think of yourself like that, and please don't be offended about that. But just, if I'm visual, I like movies, and I'm really talking to those who like movies and that's visual. All right, but look, the what God really showed me was this. Don't you know how in prison? I never been to prison, but I've seen this in movies, and I believe this is a real thing as well. In prisons, they actually have these dark rooms. I just call them a dark room, but it's pretty much, if you're already in prison and you're still being, let's use the word disobedient, or you're doing things that you're not supposed to do, they take light away from you. They put you in a place where there's no light that comes in. There's no light that comes in. Right? God was showing me this. You know, and so those, whoever is living today, and guess what? You're living by grace. Those who are living today and has not received God's grace that was given freely, which is Jesus Christ, His body broken, His blood shed. You have rejected grace. You have rejected the light. You're still walking and living in darkness, and you're blinded, right? There's a veil over your eyes, and you cannot really see, even though you are looking at me right now. It's you're in love with, if you can't see and you're walking in darkness, you befriended darkness. Now you can see, but you only see in darkness. And so light, you haven't seen light in such a long time, right? God was showing me this, that those that are in prison, and those that go into these dark rooms or dungeons, wherever they call them, where no light comes in, and they're in there for a few days or so, like they can't, light hasn't come in a long time, and so they have adapted darkness to where their eyes and have adjusted to darkness, and now they can see, but they see in darkness. There's a movie called The Descendant. Have you ever seen the movie The Descendant, where there's this underground, and there's creatures, these type of people that live under there, and they blind, they can't see, but their other senses have been heightened to where they can locate you, wherever you are without seeing. Follow me. I'm going somewhere with this. Some of y'all already catching on. So check this out. What happens when someone has been living in darkness for so long, has never seen the light, and that light appears so suddenly? What happens? And guess what? The light is Jesus Christ, the gospel of Christ. What happens when a light appears so suddenly? This is what God was showing me. This is what God was showing me. Follow me. So what happens when someone who's trapped in this dungeon or this dark place, and there's no light coming in, and someone cracks that door open, and all of a sudden light come in. What's the reaction? Let me show you what it looked like first, and then I'll tell you what it is. So if y'all can still see me, follow me. Y'all still can see me, right? You can see me now, right? Right now, it's quote unquote dark. My eyes have been adjusted. I got this little window in here, but compared to the light that's about to hit my eyes and hit my face, I can see, right? Check this out. Watch this. Dark, right? Man, look at all of this light that just appeared. And look at my face. Look what I had to do. Like it's foreign to me. All this light is new, it's foreign to me, and it hurt at first because it's like, what is this? My eye, I'm squinting and everything, and I had to adjust my eyes, and I don't even like it because it hurts, because it's so like, get out of my face. Why are you so bright? Get out of my face. But check this out. Like after a while, as long as that light stay in my eyes, after a while, after I keep looking, I keep my eyes open, and guess what? My body and my eyes get adjusted to this light. Y'all probably can't still see me right now. Y'all can see me. My eyes get adjusted to this light, and guess what? Now I love the light. It's my friend. I can see now. I can see where I'm going, man. And guess what? If I look back in darkness, I see, man, what was I doing? Where was I going? I was completely lost. So look, this is what God was showing me, right? That's the visual. Here's the truth behind it. Is that the gospel of Jesus Christ is the light. And when it hit our eyes, those of us who've been living, I used to live in darkness too. I was a sinner too. Those who was living in darkness for so long, when that light hit our eyes, we don't like it. We turn like this. We don't want it, right? But that light gonna keep shining, and guess what? You're gonna go like this. You're gonna start opening your eyes, and you can see now. You're gonna start opening eyes, and you can see now. And that light is Jesus Christ. And so now that you can see, you befriend him. Who is the light. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, I'll be in there next. So you befriend the one who is the light. That's Jesus Christ. And now you can see where you're going. Now you can see where you're going. So that's what happens visually, and that's what happens spiritually as well. That's what happens spiritually as well. Did you know that there's a man named Paul who was blinded the whole time? Even though he was doing things, he thought it was right doing it. He was persecuting the church of God, God's people. And guess what happened? On his horse, riding to the road of Damascus, Jesus just blinded him, just shined his light and blinded him, knocked him off of the horse, fell down, and he's, Lord, that's you? Blinded him, and he couldn't see for what, 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days. And guess what? Now, after that, ever since after that, he is in the light. He is walking in the light. He is fellowshipping with the light, which is Jesus Christ. So I just want to let y'all know, whoever see this, and I pray that God works his algorithm with this video. Whoever sees this and you don't know God, or you heard of God but you never draw near to his son Jesus Christ, and Jesus is foreign to you, the light is foreign to you, you don't want the light, you want to continue walking in darkness, and your life outside of Christ is darkness. If Christ is the light of men, then your life outside of him is darkness. So you think that you're living your best life now, but you're living in darkness. You're like one of those people in that movie Descendant, in the cave underground, living your best life in darkness. So look, Jesus Christ is the light, and with him you can see, you can actually see, and he is for you. He wants the best for you. He created you. He knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. So look, draw near to Jesus Christ so you can actually see.